This is Cam Wyland, and you're listening to the 12th episode of the Wordplay podcast. I'm happy to announce that we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with my book trailer. After completing the sound edit, hopefully on Monday, I'll be ready to post it on my website for viewing. I've also been able to work some on my work in progress, The Deepest Breath. I've finished the preliminary edit and moved on to character sketches, one of my favorite parts of the outlining process. Over the years, I've developed a fairly extensive character interview, which, if you're interested, can be found on my blog by scrolling down to the search engine in the right-hand column and typing in Interviewing Your Characters. The winning Wednesday prize drawing for the Behold the Dawn keychain and the Wordplay pin remains open until Tuesday, August 25th at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. To enter, answer this week's question. At the time of the Third Crusade, 1189 to 1192, was the use of plate armor prevalent? You can submit your response using the form at the bottom of the left-hand column on my blog at wordplay-kmwyland, that's W-E-I-L-A-N-D, .blogspot.com, or email it directly to me at km.wyland@ymail.com. Listeners of this podcast can also get a head start on next week's contest, which features the prize of a custom Behold the Dawn t-shirt. To enter, answer the question, the Crusaders shortened the name of their opponent, the famed Turkish Sultan, to Saladin. What was his full name? Be sure to check the blog every week for new winners and new prizes. Until then, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or complaints, please feel free to contact me on my website at kmwyland.com or my blog at wordplay-kmwyland.blogspot.com. That said, please enjoy this week's recording. Why genre writing could kill your career. The title of this week's post is easily a very controversial, debatable, and in some respects downright wrong statement. After all, we have only to look at the latest copy of the New York Times to see that the fiction categories are inevitably headed by established genre writers. Very obviously, genre writing did not kill their careers. So what intonation am I getting at with this statement of mine that genre writing might be a terrible career choice? Genres originated as a marketing tool to help consumers more easily find literature that would fit their tastes. Over the years, these categories have developed into very specific classifications of subgenres within subgenres, and this is a good thing, since it allows marketers to more easily target interested readers and give readers the ease of immediately accessing their preferred subject matter. Everybody wins, right? I would argue no. Genres too often lead to cliched storylines, subpar writing, and, in the long run, a less discerning and demanding reading public. Too often, genre writing relies on the tried-and-true archetypes to present a story that's been told 1,000 times before, instead of digging deeper into uncharted territory and challenging both the writer and the reader. Certainly this isn't always the case, but 9 times out of 10, when I pick up a genre book, I inevitably find myself less than satisfied at best, and downright disappointed at worst. In a conversation on Twitter this week, the tweeter Sirenland made the cutting observation that although some writers transcend genre, Highsmith, Lehane, Denise Mina, others use genre as a crutch, to me the distinction is whether the author challenges the reader's perceptions or exploits them for stock drama and emotion. As both a reader and a writer, I prefer eclecticism. I don't like pigeonholes, and I don't like thinking inside the box. I don't appreciate limitations imposed by others upon either my writing or my reading, and I have little interest in reading or writing the same material, with a slightly different spin, over and over again. It's regrettable that art and commercialism, two completely opposite and often antithetical classifications, must so often coexist, especially since commercialism frequently triumphs at art's expense. In the September 2009 issue of Writer's Digest, notoriously successful iconoclast Cory Doctorow pointed out that genres are useful for marketing. They are a great way to help readers find the material they might want to consume or acquire, but they don't have clean lines you can use to distinguish one type of literature from another. Art isn't something that thrives within set parameters. By its very nature, creativity must be free to grow beyond even its creator's initial concepts. When we sign up as genre writers, led on perhaps by our own love of certain types of literature, perhaps by the lure of the money and fame that attaches itself to successful genre writers, we may be making the best possible commercial decision a writer can make in his career. But, as artists, do we honestly want to put the money before the art? Is a career as a best-selling author worth surrendering the opportunity for deeper and broader artistic license? In no way am I arguing that those of us who write and succeed in the realm of genre fiction are selling out, nor am I suggesting that genre authors are incapable of deeper and broader art. But I would encourage all of us, myself included, to never settle for the accepted parameters of popular fiction. Why conform when we can create? Why further our commercial careers at the expense of our infinitely more important artistic careers? Thank you for listening to the Wordplay Podcast. To read a transcript of this episode, visit me on the web at wordplay-kmwyland, that's WEILAND.blogspot.com, and be sure to listen again next week.